Olá, bem-vindo! Eu sou a Eileen de Two Rivers and welcome back. I did a tour of a beautiful quinta of a Portuguese British couple that are rebuilding their quinta for their family. And the interesting about their house is that they bought the property next to their parents' house and they are completely rebuilding their house to the German passivhouse standard, making it completely energy efficient. If you're interested in properties, I think this is a great idea to have a look and see how they are doing it. For those who are wondering, this is the Rio Down behind me. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so, because if you've done it already, you could see that I have made plenty of videos of properties for sale on this exact river. So, let's go!
Bem-vindo à Fonte do Alcaide, onde nós estamos a reconstruir a nossa casa e vida.
That was great. Oh my god.
So
Is
these
this
are,
real?
Yeah.
Like these are actual? Is this serious?
Yeah.
So these are her parents' onions.
I mean, look how big.
Yeah.
They're like as big as my head.
And they're completely biological.
Oh my
No
gosh.
sprays, nothing. Just a hell of a lot of love.
That is amazing. Oh wow.
For a long time we couldn't do anything on the house because we were waiting for plans or waiting for all these kind of things. But all that time we could do things on the land, and
Yeah.
the fires came in 2017 and wiped out pretty much everything. So we had kind of a blank canvas. But
So you started.
you couldn't get tractors in. You couldn't do any of
No.
that. And so we've been gradually trying to give it character, but trying to improve it. But also improve the maintenance,
Yeah.
so that tractors can get everywhere. And
Very
so
cool.
we built some ramps and
There's walls here.
kind of made some.
And then there's all tubing for water with the solar panel and electricity.
Okay, so this is already a good view of the new place.
This is in Portuguese it's lúpulo. In
Lúpulo.
English it's hops.
Hops.
Yeah, so it's just starting to produce the hop flowers here now, and in August, September time we'll have the smell of beer.
Of beer.
And, I've got 4 different varieties
Oh,
here.
it's the same word in Dutch. Hops.
Yeah, okay. A mina, water mine here, which the dog loves, and we have a wildlife camera sometimes we set up, and
Oh,
it
that's
catches
awesome.
catches hedgehogs and rabbits, and
They come and drink there?
they come and drink from here as well.
Oh, caught in the act. Hey!
And when this is dry, it goes in 30 meters. So this is the top of our
We have a little forest in
Our
there,
land
which
here.
we've reforested with trees.
Oh. Is this part behind the gates also yours?
there's a
Some of
thin
that.
strip that is, yes.
Okay.
Which we can go and look at.
Yeah.
These tanks here are when I put all the ramps, so you can see all the ramps that go down here.
Right.
At the same time, I put pipes in going down to the well at the bottom, and I put
Yeah.
a solar-powered water pump in the well. So whenever we have sun, the water is pumped up here, fills these tanks, and then it's used.
So it goes all the
Obviously
way, the pipes go all the way down.
Pipes go all the way down, and they come all the way up.
They go.
So we don't need power to water the garden. In the winter, you don't need so much water. There's less sun, so that's fine.
Right.
In the summer, you need lots of water.
We're trying to do like fire boundaries with trees.
Right.
So we don't have trees planted right on our boundary line. We try and plant them further. No eucalyptus.
No eucalyptus. Hooray!
And I've already thinned thousands of pines that self-seeded here. So we try and limit the pines, but chestnuts, oaks, sobreiros, the cork trees, home oaks, all those kind of things.
They're all here?
And madronheiros.
Oh, I love them.
There's one right here. And
Are
we've got on
they-
the other side.
Do they have the fruits already, or?
Sorry.
The madroñas is the little fruits.
Yeah, no,
right?
they don't. They take so long to grow, these
Oh
trees.
no. They're definitely like my favorite,
They're so beautiful.
favorite Portuguese.
We don't leave anything too high.
Wow, and it goes all the way up to that tree.
Yeah, those two are still my parents.
Okay. Oh yeah, you can see the effects of, like they're still standing.
Yeah.
But
So it's what
Just
we're
the change in
trying to get.
temperature.
It's like a fighting battle to have this.
Yeah.
It's like a fighting battle.
to have some shade, everything for some shade.
And it's so much cooler.
Yeah, but we have to wait a couple of years until all these can
Go up.
provide that.
Yeah. He also likes the shade.
Hey! Huge.
So much stone came out of the old house, and
Right.
we've still got a huge mountain of stone right down there,
Oh.
which we're going to use.
Is that all the stone of the house
That's-
over there?
That's the leftovers.
Gosh.
That's what we didn't need, and we still have a wall to build around the road and this kind of thing. But up here, we needed to get rid of a lot of earth as well, a lot of material, and also a lot of old tree stumps and things.
Mm-hmm.
So we've basically been burying and building a wall around here, and this eventually will just be brought up to
Like a top
almost a
terrace
level
here.
up here, and I guess one day maybe a seating area or
Yeah, that would be great. Then you have like a nice view of all your hard
And-
work and dedication.
and the higher it is, the better the view. You know, so,
Yeah.
We want to build a big water tank up here
Mhm.
to store water for everything, for fires, for whatever we need.
Yeah.
This whole top area was these mimosa trees, and this was all burnt. We cleared away all the burnt wood, and cleared away most of the mimosa trees. But the problem is that if you clear away everything, you've got no shade.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been leaving them, and gradually, every year we take out another 3 or 4 of them,
Right.
and at the same time we're planting young trees in between them. So one day this should become a more native forest with more
Right.
sort of
So you're slowly
native trees, but
replacing
we're
the
slowly replacing,
mimosas.
but in the
Yeah.
meantime it's
They're doing their work.
It's a
by
woodland,
providing
it's a
the
nice-
shade
Exactly.
nice
for
shaded
the
area.
The chestnut,
Um,
the tea leaf.
we did so much work on the garden and we forgot to put anywhere to sit, and then we started work on the house, and we needed to come outside and just stop and relax
Take a breath.
and this was one of those places in the shade where we can come in the middle of the day and drink our coffee.
And this is the stones of your house, right?
This is one of the stones of our house, yeah.
Amazing.
All three.
Well, 3.
All three
in
of
fact,
them.
yeah.
Yeah.
This was a huge oak that burnt in the fires, and we just cut it and fell it and made it into a play area for the kids.
This is amazing.
Because, well, why not? We had so much firewood.
Yeah,
It can't all be firewood.
Yeah.
No.
And the animals like it, nature likes it. And it's cool here now with the mimosa.
Play area for the kids.
It was a project last year. Was it last year?
Last year
Back
we made
in
this.
April last year.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we had a lot of stone and we thought, let's do something nice in the corner. So, and we had a lot of earth to get rid of.
Yeah.
So, built some stone walls, buried some water pipes, put some plants in, and then built this gazebo
Yeah,
with
it's really
with
nice.
wood from the house.
This
So
is
this
wood
is
from
wood
the
that came out of the
house.
house.
Wow.
So, and a bit of it's fallen down. And it's another place to sit,
It's amazing.
and that's either for your feet or for for cups or for children. And if you put your feet down, you're treading on a quite strong mint, which
Wow.
is also very good for making teas. And
Ooh, you can smell it straight away.
yeah, it doesn't come through on the camera, but
No, unfortunately not.
but
And then you have the view of the house
yeah.
and the stones. My goodness, we'll have to walk through there as well. So
This
cool.
was my trazendo, my great
Ah,
grandparents.
yeah. Wow, so this whole area was actually from your family? Like this plot?
Has origins here.
Right.
We didn't inherit anything here. My mum bought her house, I bought my house. But I have a lot of I'll have a lot of roots.
Here.
Yeah,
Amazing.
I feel very tied here.
Yeah.
Of course, olive trees are everywhere in
Yes.
in Portugal.
You can see where they were
but-
burnt. You can
Yeah.
see the middle where the...
Okay. Wait a minute.
So, I'm afraid a lot of this area of the garden at the moment looks a bit like a junkyard.
No, but
Um,
these stones, this is amazing. Wow.
But,
Holy moly.
yeah, so this is some of the stone that came from the house.
Some of the stone.
Yeah. Most of it.
So all on the left-hand side of the house obviously is the original.
So what used to happen is it came further back, and then there was a big barn that came across this way,
Yeah.
but it was all collapsing and it wasn't built as well as the rest of the house. You'll see in a bit, but we had to think quite hard about the design we wanted for the house, and what we came up with in the end was keeping the older, more traditional stone part, and the rest of it had to come out and
Right.
build something more useful for modern living
Right.
and provide that contrast
Yeah, I love the contrast.
with the old and the new.
And this is just crazy to have all these stones. Like, look how big they are.
And a cubic meter of stone of this granite is 2.4 tons. So a cubic meter of water is 1 ton. It's 2.5 times the weight of water. It's extremely heavy.
As simple as moving them.
So how do you, what
So-
do you use to move them?
When we had the main house built, there was a big crane. That's the way the Portuguese tend to build houses. They bring a crane in, construct the house, take the crane away. So we had a big tower crane parked in the courtyard here, and that's what moved most of the stone over here. But yeah, in order to move it any further, we're going to have a wall built along the side of the road, and a few other things. But they have to bring big machinery to do that, because you can't.
Yeah,
lift the
you
stone.
cannot do that with
You just
a...
can't.
So diggers and whatnot, bobcats.
Yeah.
So one day, I'd like to build a biological swimming pool here, or a piscina biológica.
That would be like the cherry on top of the...
Yeah, it would be wonderful for us, and it'd be wonderful for wildlife, and and also provide a backup for if you need water storage, and and we don't have to use chemicals and things, which
would be the...
let's get away from that.
Exactly, would be the preferred way.
Yeah.
It's a bit slippery here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I told you I did aerial silks, didn't I? Did I tell you
No.
about that? No, did I not? This
You
is
did
my
the...
studio.
Is it open?
I don't have the silks hanging up at the moment, but
Oh my lord. How many meters is this?
So this is 6 meters floor to ceiling.
6 meters.
Yeah. The
Meter
plan is to
tall.
put a climbing wall.
Okay,
in
could
here
you
and-
please explain the people who have no clue what this is?
well, a lot of people have been to the circus, they've seen acrobatics and all sorts of things. I basically use silks to train, physically in various different ways.
Yeah.
And I have done since before I had children. When we rebuilt and designed, when we thought about this house, we thought, well, why not build a studio so I can train in?
So that's this from...
And maybe in the future we have a climbing wall in there. On the sides you could put a climbing
We both
wall.
met through cave explorations. We used to do a lot of travel around the world exploring caves and find a hole in the ground. You put some ropes in,
Yeah.
put all the equipment on, and go down and find something new. And
Because what Portuguese village has a silk studio and a professional climbing wall?
there's not many. There's not many.
Not many. Like, we have actual boulders, of course, like the actual stone.
Do you want to do it just out here? Behind the gates are a old wooden oven.
Oh yeah,
Bread
you
oven.
should see that.
Is this it?
Yeah, so it has a dome. It's going to move.
It's gonna move?
Yeah.
Wait, the whole thing?
Yeah.
We're going to move it.
How?
So, yeah. I don't know how much you can see in there, but
I can still see the...
it's one of the very traditional sort of bread ovens that
Right.
every Portuguese stone house used to
Yeah.
have. And so we designed the house with all the bedrooms downstairs, which is the darker part of the house, and all the living spaces upstairs. And running all the way along the front is only about a metre wide veranda, which will take you straight into the garden.
Wow.
2 front doors, because you'll see from the inside that effectively we've rebuilt it as 2 houses in one.
Yeah.
Because of the shape and because of the size, but it means in the future we might be able to do Airbnb or just have family stay for long periods and be more independent. So this is one front door, and the other front door is at the other side of the house.
Yeah. So like that, you still have the opportunities for you to, with your family, live in the new part, and for example, your parents to live in the old part where you're living right now.
Yeah.
So effectively almost 3 houses.
Yeah.
Interesting. We'll have to see the inside then. So this is like your entrance.
Yeah. This is one of the front doors.
Yeah. One of the front doors.
And you have to use your imagination a little bit in here still.
Yeah.
There's a little way to go. This is effectively 2 houses in one, so we've just come in through the front door of one side, and we're now looking at a kitchen and living area, open plan, modern living. Bedrooms are downstairs.
Okay, so there's a stairs over there.
Yeah.
That goes to the bedrooms.
That's right. So we have 2 staircases, one for each house.
Yeah. I like how you cemented down these.
Yeah, so it's been quite a learning experience. This whole project, I guess, I kind of renovated houses in the UK before, but never to a reconstruction level, and this is a Portuguese and European construction tends to be quite different in the first place, so it's been a massive learning curve for me. But we're also trying to build this to passivhouse standard, which is a very low energy consumption standard that's well known in Germany, in the UK, and various other countries, but not so well known here. And so I've had to think about a lot of things that the builders are not so comfortable with and not so familiar with. We have to factor in heat losses through the external walls and things, so we're going to have to put insulation on top of here, and it's all calculated carefully to minimise loss. And so it's been quite an experience. One of the first questions that a lot of people ask when they come in here is they look at all the stone and they say, "Oh, are you going to keep the stone visible on the inside?" And we talked about it for a little while, and there's a number of reasons we're not doing. The main one being that we need to put insulation somewhere. And also the type of granite that it's local granite. I mean, how they managed to lift up, you can probably see some of the size of some of these stones. Yeah, unbelievable, really, the skills that that they had. But this local granite lets through a lot of water. So when it rains in the winter, it gets very damp, and so we have to. So we're going to put spray foam insulation on all of these walls, and you won't see any stone on the inside. The decision we made.
Otherwise, you cannot maintain this passive.
Otherwise, we're always going to have problems with humidity, with heat losses,
and that's what you don't want.
Yeah. So from the outside, it's going to look, traditional stone, and the inside is going to be a modern, comfortable house.
Yeah.
To show you this house first.
Yeah. Because this is also my first time being here, so I also have no clue. I'm just following you.
Be careful with the cables and.
Yeah.
So this also requires a little bit of imagination, but there's
a spray.
So this is spray foam on the floor. Yes. There's probably no good angle, but
this is a good angle. Yeah.
You're now stood in one of the bedrooms. I'm stood in the corridor.
Okay.
The other bedroom is over here. So you have 2 bedrooms here, and you have a bathroom shared between the 2. And the idea is that you can either close a door here, or you can close a door there, and then this house has either 1 or 2 bedrooms.
Okay.
And its own staircase. So another Portuguese thing, they're not so used to using PVC windows because I think for years they had a bad experience with PVC, but modern PVC windows are the best you can get, and these are PVC outperforms aluminium by a long way now if it's good quality. Yeah. So now we're cutting through to the other house. The other house. Each of these are sliding window doors. So from each bedroom you can walk straight out into the courtyard.
Yeah. Where we were before, right?
Yeah, and if you imagine the wall runs through the wall here. So this is the main stairs, if you like.
So what is this going to be?
So this space here is basically a lounge
area,
living area, and this has plastic's fallen off this one, so we can actually see these just slide open onto what will be a large balcony area.
Awesome.
Which you can walk straight into the garden.
Very nice.
You'll have table and chairs and skater and
nice.
this kind of thing. Reveal that a little bit. It's quite nice.
Oh yeah, okay, so imagine you guys, someone is hanging here in silks doing acrobatic movements or even wall climbing.
But it's like they built all these houses originally to block out the land and things, I guess, because they were working on the land all the time. They wanted to come into the house and be away from it, and so we had to undo that and bring the land as close as we could, and this is one of the ways of
very
see
smart.
through to it.
Yeah, I like it.
So this is like a big kitchen, dining room. Kitchen's over here. The wine fridge is
the wine fridge.
it's just there.
Don't forget the detail about the wine fridge.
You're living in the down region of Portugal. You have to find these details, and
right.
We've got all the old beams from the house, and my intention is to try and put one or two here in a kind of way, just to look
to bring back
a little bit of the history of it and provide a bit of character.
So
and this corner is going to be English you call it a pantry, in Portuguese it's called a dispensa. It's kind of a space like a semi-walled. It's going to have where you store your food and
right. And then here you have the lounge, the sala.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we can go up further.
See.
So the idea here is that you can stand here and look down on the family eating.
Okay, so from here you can really look down.
Yeah. I don't know where I'm going to put a desk yet, but for example, could have a desk up here and be close to the family, but not. Exactly.
You can work with them. Yeah.
And this is it's on the plans. It's storage.
This is all storage.
So we've got this corner here with all the boxes is where all of the machinery to run the house, the heat pump, the mechanical ventilation system, hot water systems, everything is coming back to this space here, which is why there's lots of tubes coming out the walls. And the rest of it is storage space, which so this area is a zona mista, I think, or zona diversa, and this means that the rules for planning is that you can only build one floor unless it already existed. Okay. In which case you can build what existed. So we have 2 floors of living space, and then this is storage space. And then what's probably our favourite bit, and the only bit that's finished so far.
The only bit that's finished.
And it was only finished last week.
Look at that.
Is our outdoor terrace.
Ooh.
And
yes. That is stunning, isn't it? Let's have a good look.
I've learned a lot of things in this build. So I've learned how to lay stones.
Yeah.
how to finish things off. I've built this space here. This will be a green roof.
Oh, this will be a green roof.
Yeah. So this will be planted in the autumn or in early spring next year.
Yeah.
And then
there we have the chickens. Ooh, that pool needs some love and care, doesn't it? It's
a little bit dark.
It's a bit dark. So you're going to put here like lounge chairs and table.
And we found a really good electrician. So we've worked together on a lot of things, and we've got little boxes like this here, which has got a water supply. It's got 3 or 4 tubes ready for running automated watering if we ever needed it, for running power to here, and all kinds of things set up so that
already
anything we need is
connected. That's great.
It's going to be available. And
it's a great terrace. It's so nice because it really, it feels as if you're in the middle of...
It brings you into the garden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly, it really brings you into the garden.
And if you can imagine when the green roof has actually got plants on it,
yeah.
it brings you even closer.
Yeah, yeah, it's very interesting because it's such a big place, but just standing here gives me the feeling as if I'm standing in the middle of the vegetable garden.
That was our idea.
Oh well, and then you succeeded, if that's the case. Do you have like any idea of when you would be able to kind of move in?
Yeah, when it's finished.
Thanks, Matthew. Fair enough. That was a stupid question.
I think anyone who's done a building project will understand. 3-4 weeks ago, the house wasn't waterproof because we didn't have the metal cappings on the roof. We didn't have the rendering done on the new section. So that was a big worry. But now the house is waterproof. It's sealed up. The inside can progress.
Yeah.
At the speed it progresses, and we don't need to worry about the weather because you can work when it's raining, you can work when it's dry.
Right.
So yeah, we're in a kind of comfortable place now, and yeah.
Good.
I'm not going to put a date on it, but
you know, you shouldn't. So we finished our tour. If you guys are interested in the progress, I can come back, right? We can do another video in a while and see how it's going. So if you guys would love to see that, let us know.
Thank you.
Matthew, in the meantime, is going to do a lot of hard work and progressing this, but I have all the confidence. And thank you very much.